Picture a single gunshot breaking the tranquility of an empire, sparking a conflict so horrible that it claimed over 16 million lives. What could have caused such destruction? On June 28th, 1914, a 19-year-old Bosnian Serb nationalist fired a shot that would alter history forever. This pivotal moment sparked the start of World War I, a conflict that reshaped borders, economies, and global politics. It affects the way the effects are still seen today, influencing modern warfare, international diplomacy, and even the way we understand alliances and peace. I've spent a lot of time diving into the historical events like World War One. I'm here to walk you through the main reasons behind this huge conflict. From the shocking assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand to the complicated web of treaties in Europe, we'll explore what ultimately dragged the world into war. First, we'll talk about the assassination, and then we will dive into the treaties of Europe. Let's start by digging in the key moment that sparked it all, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, a single event that flipped the world upside down. The assassination served as the catalyst for World War I, igniting tensions between Austria-Hungary and Serbia that quickly spiraled into global conflict. On June 28th, 1914, the Archduke and his wife Sophia were visiting Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia, which was under Austria-Hungarian rule. Their visit was meant to demonstrate the strength and unity of their empire, but it was met with hostility from Serbian nationals seeking independence from Bosnia. While traveling in a motorcade, the couple's car route was altered due to miscommunication and a bomb, a critical moment you'll see on the map. This detour exposed them to Princip, a 19-year-old member of the Black Hand, which was a Serbian nationalist group. Princip seized the opportunity, firing two fatal shots, one at the Archduke and the other at Sofia. This event set off a chain reaction. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia for the assassination attempt, and they issued an ultimatum, which Serbia failed to comply. Austria-Hungary declared war. This conflict quickly escalated as allies on both sides, Russia, Germany, France, and Great Britain, were drawn into pre-existing treaties, leading into global war. The assassination significance not only lies in the tragedy of the day, but also because the political tensions created. So here on the map is the map of the motorcade, and these big arrows right here, these big arrows right here, and the route up here was the intended route, and so Archduke and his wife, they drove up here, but because of the miscommunication and the bomb at this intersection up here, they had to back out and continue straight. And at this intersection is where Princip tried to kill him. He fired two shots, one hitting Sophia, the other Archduke. Sophia survived, Archduke did not. That just goes to show how it was just really an unlucky situation for the Archduke. But unfortunately, it created all these tensions, which I'm about to talk about. Next, let's talk about the tangled web of alliances in Europe and see how the pre-war treaties and promises turned into local conflict into a global disaster. The intricate web of alliances in pre-war Europe included the Triple Entente and the Triple Alliance, which put Europe in a chokehold. The web of alliances in pre-war Europe was a major factor in escalating localized tensions into global conflict. Prior to World War I, Europe was essentially divided into two major alliances, the Triple Entente, consisting of France, Russia, and Great Britain, and the Triple Alliance, made up of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. These treaties were intended to provide mutual support in case of conflict, but they also created a domino effect where only localized conflict would start a huge continental war. For example, after Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia following the assassination, Russia, who had an alliance with Serbia, mobilized their forces. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declared war on Russia, which then pulled them into France due to their ties with Russia. Using the before and after maps in Europe, which I'm about to show you, it completely reshaped borders before and after the war. And then by the end of the war, empires like Austria-Hungary and the Ottoman Empire created new nations such as Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia. So here is Europe in 1914, and as you can see, the red countries are the Triple Alliance. You have Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. And the blue with the Triple Entente, Russia, Great Britain, and France. And then this is the post-war map. So these countries right here in the dark gray were the new nations created. So you have Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Austria-Hungary, Yugoslavia. And the rest is the rest of Europe. And this little blue spot right here is where the Allied controlled territory after the war. The start of World War I was driven by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the intricate system of European treaties that transformed regional conflict into global war. First, we looked at the assassination and how that tragic event sparked conflict. Then we dug into a complicated web of alliances in Europe and how those treaties turned a small conflict into a huge global war that's changed the continent forever. Just like that one gunshot in Sarajevo, sparked global war, the causes of World War I remind us how delicate international relations can be. As we look back at those events, let's think about how understanding the powers of politics can help us work to a more peaceful world. Thank you.